Welcome, everybody. I appreciate every single one of you guys jumping in here right now and joining me on this great, beautiful Tuesday afternoon. The markets are crashing. The altcoins are bleeding. Let's freaking go. If you're excited to buy some altcoins, let me know. Smash those likes, hit that subscribe, and drop it down in the chat. What are you guys scooping up right now? We're definitely going to be looking at some different altcoins, some different opportunities, right? Because that's what this is. This is an opportunity. Everybody was super excited about Bitcoin going up and going up and going up. But guess what, guys? This is what I'm excited about. I'm excited the market coming down. I'm excited about the altcoins bleeding here a little bit so that I can scoop up some more altcoins down below. So, guys, let's get ready. Let's get started. I appreciate every single one of you guys jumping in here, smashing those likes. As you can see, we have a sea of red, very few little pepperonis that are green going around here and there. With hat right up 11% now, right? Yada yada, Luna C, Theta, OP, Beam, right? But everything else is pretty much down in the dumps. Down in the dumps, right? Last 24 hours, the biggest gainer is Starknet. I have no idea what that is. Dog with hat 11%. Optimism. But let's look at the last 24 hours' biggest losers. We got Bonk, we got Floki, we got Dogecoin, right? I told you guys that the minute Bitcoin was going to start coming down, the first things to melt are the meme coins. Of course, they're still up over 100% in the week. But if you were getting in just yesterday, right? Yesterday I had hundreds and hundreds of messages. A bonk, Shiba, 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 Shiba. Well, there it is, guys. Here they go, right? There they go. They bye. They're melting now. And not saying, the meme coins have their time, but you got to understand that you're when you're up 400 or 500% on these meme coins already, that's probably not the time to buy. You have to wait for some pullbacks, right? Floki is up 300% the last 30 days. Bonk is up freaking 200%. Like it is astronomically crazy right now to be getting into these meme coins. Clay the Great, what's going on, man? Appreciate you joining in here. What would you recommend to buy with £100? 100 what currency is that? $100 to invest in? If all you have is $100, you're very, very limited on what you can buy in crypto, right? Very, very limited. There's not really much you can do. The best case in that scenario is to buy a meme coin, right? Buy some Dogecoin, buy some Bonk, some Floki, buy something, Pepe maybe, I don't know, buy something. Obviously, these things have had massive pumps already. I'm not telling you to go get that right now or anything like that, but you're gonna have to go into something very either meme-like or very micro-cap crypto, right? If we look at some micro-caps, we're talking about like VRL, right, which is pretty good. OXN, VRL is basically trying to they're partnering up with some of the biggest service providers. They're basically doing what Helium Mobile was doing back in the day, but they're doing it now in the UK, and they are working out with them over there, partnering up with like the third or fourth largest service provider in the UK. So, but it's a small market cap. I think it's like sub 10 mil market cap. So that being said, you're gonna have to look for something very small like that, a lot of risk, and hope that you can make some money off of that. Because with $100, you really can't do much. Queen Gambit says, "Why did it dump?" Right, we're gonna definitely talk about why is it crashing right now. What is it happening? How about if you have 10K? I'll cover all these questions, guys. Appreciate every single one of you guys smashing those likes. I see Quick Swap broke out, came back down. What do you think of that? Quick, love your style. Coño. Yeah, man. Appreciate it. All right, guys. Lots of questions. Duly noted. I'm gonna try to catch up here and answer as many questions as possible. First, let's get the most basic one. Why did Bitcoin crash? Right. I talked about ICP having a massive breakout earlier today. If you haven't checked out that video, definitely go check it out. It's right here. Where is it? Right here, right? ICP pumps 30%, critical levels for ICP, critical levels for Shiba. If you guys haven't looked at that video, I published that yesterday. It would have been great for you guys to see it yesterday, but it's still very in tune with what's happening in the market right now. Go check out Shiba's video. Go check out ICP if you haven't already. But let's check out why is the market crashing. Guys, here, there was wrong Bitcoin chart. All right, so this is what's happening with Bitcoin. Let me know if you guys can see this. Yes. Okay. Perfect. So I'm going to jump down to the 4-hour here. As you can see here on the 4-hour today, right, we broke out and literally wicked right above this last red line is the ultimate peak of the all-time high for the last bull run, right? And look what we did. We broke right above it. We went to 69,300 and some change and instantly got rejected, right? Instantly got rejected from that price level. It's a big psychological level getting beyond the price, the value area high of a previous bull market. We have also, right, as you can see here, if we zoom out, look at Bitcoin's price action. All right, sideways consolidation, boom. Sideways consolidation, boom. Right, and then we didn't really consolidate here. We tried to make a move way too fast, way too quick. But look at the percentages gains here, guys. From here, just here alone, from 51,000 all the way up here, it is 35% in a matter of 7 days, right? If you zoom out even more and you come down here to the bottom of 38,000, right? 38,000. And we measure this bottom that we were at, 38,000, to the top right now, 79% in 42 days. And a better way to visualize this, right? If we jump out to the monthly candles, right? The monthly here. Look at this, guys. Look at this. This is the regression trend. Ignore these red lines right now. Just look at this trend right here. This is the regression trend for 2024. Very inclined, very steep. And look at this. We're way above overextended on this regression trend. Not only that, the last month, February, we printed basically a $20,000 candle in 1 month. $20,000, probably one of the largest candles in all of Bitcoin's history. Huge, completely overbought, right? Overextended is what I'm talking about. The markets are just, especially Bitcoin, just very, very overextended. Lots and lots and lots of movement to the upside, and that's not normal. If we look at the fear and greed index, 90, it's right behind my head here, right? Look at this, 90, extreme greed, right? What happened when we were in extreme fear, right? We were at the bear market, right? And then, but this is extreme greed. This is not sustainable. You cannot stay here forever. You have to have a pullback at some point. You have to retrace to lower levels. So what Bitcoin has done is, so far, we have a very strong engulfing bearish candle here on the daily. Not too good for Bitcoin right now, right? We came all the way down to this previous range that I told you guys, hey, we're probably going to retest this if we come down here, right? I ultimately am still expecting to come down as low as 55, 56,000, right? And retrace this entire range. So far, we've had a nice little bounce off this point of control from this range at 61,000, right? But we're struggling to get past the value area high of the range now. The value area high is acting as resistance because look, when we tapped it, resistance, broke out of it, retested, melted right through it like butter. So we're not holding 63,000 and some change as support. We are not holding that. So now it's acting as resistance once again, holding us down, right? Are we going to hold this point of control of 61,000? We will see. I honestly do believe that we're most likely going to be coming a lot closer to this 55, 56,000 range area down here, this value area low for this range. If we range up here and we bounce from here, perfect, great, let's go. Let's bring it. But I would not be surprised if we come down to this 55, 56K level down here, the bottom of this range, because we never retested this range either. When we broke out of this previous range, this other blue zone, right, we just smacked right through the value area low of this range, went all the way up to the point of control, ranged, and kept breaking out. We never came back and retested this level of $55,000, $56,000 area. Therefore, since there's so many levels that have not been retested, we have not found solid support and foundation in the 50s to 60s, high 50s to low 60s range. We need to revisit those levels and see where the support are, where is resistance. And that is, I would definitely expect this to happen for Bitcoin. That is going to be a total drop, right? From the very top all the way, we do come all the way down here, a 20% drop. That is nothing. Bitcoin eats 30 or 40% drops for Bitcoin during the bull market for breakfast, like nothing. That's literally nothing for Bitcoin. I know in the stock market that's huge. That's probably like, hey, let's stop trading here. But in the regular markets of crypto, this is nothing. So I definitely see that as a potential here. Now, what does that mean? That means altcoin opportunities. If Bitcoin jumps 20% overall, drops down to 20%, whether it's in a few days or in general, maybe a few weeks, maybe it's just 1 or 2 days, and then we come right back up, right? It could be very quick. But regardless, that is going to mean that the altcoins are going to bleed probably double that, right? So you can expect some altcoins to drop 30, 40, maybe even 50%. So what am I looking at, right? What are we going to be keeping an eye on? Well, the guys, I appreciate every single one of you guys smashing those likes, hitting that subscribe. If you are watching here on the Tickety Talkety, if you don't mind jumping on over here to my YouTube, Blockchain Crusader, I am live over here as well. Go check out the full screen, way better quality. I can answer all the questions there because the chat there is a lot slower. I'm trying to keep up with the chat, but the chat is just flying by here on the Tickety Talkety. But I appreciate every single one of you guys smashing those likes and hitting that subscribe and being part of this community of Blockchain Crusaders, baby. So let me see what my other question here is. What is the best way to calculate a price prediction? I watched some of your videos, but I'm still not fully grasping it. Market cap dominance divided by circulating supply. Yeah, so when you watch my price prediction videos, right, I take into account the circulating supply, right, the level of inflation on that supply. So what the total supply would be around a certain price or around a certain time, and then you divide the market cap dominance around that with a total crypto market cap. You need to have it's also an assumption, right? We're assuming it's going to hit 7-8 trillion, maybe as low as 6 trillion total crypto market cap, and then with the market dominance along with the total crypto market cap, you can get a peak of what you call a peak of about the market cap for the individual crypto, and then you divide that by the circulating supply, and then you get the price prediction there. It's very simple. It's all broken up in my videos. You can definitely go check it out. What about Kakini? Charles says, need answers, sir. Meg Lee, Kenny Pope, thank you for following, man. Hit that. Thank you for joining the Crusader Army. Welcome to the Crusade. Welcome. So, Kakini, right? Real good. I'm looking at another meme coin that I'm looking at, which is, it's a meme coin. It's the Mr. T, right? The Mr. T coin. I'm looking for this thing. I missed my entry point here at 656. It wicked down here. Perfect entry point, man. I'm so freaking that I couldn't get in, but we also revisited 711. All right, I'm looking for that retest one more time, and I'm buying this thing, man. But let's go check out Cock Inu. Cock Inu, right? The meme coin of choice when it comes to the AVAX system is down 17%, down to 174 mil market cap. We obviously have hit some resistance here at these local highs, right? We've come back down. We're retesting the value area high of this range. We're kind of breaking below it, right? Trying to wick back above, see if this value area high of 5 zeros, 25.49 can hold. If it can, that would be extremely bullish. But if it doesn't, then I expect it to come back down to this local high of 22.01. And if that is lost, then we're headed towards, a little bit lower here. Regardless of what happens, if this thing comes down, I will be dollar cost averaging. I will be buying myself some more Cock Inu because Cock will rise once again. How long do you think the crash will last? Kenny Pope, that's a great question. The crash with Bitcoin, it could be a couple of days. It could be a week, but I don't expect it to be too long just for the simple fact that the buying pressure on Bitcoin. See, we're already having a little bit of a recovery here. If this point of control does hold that support, we can see Bitcoin ranging. We can see Bitcoin ranging anywhere between here, right? And just start ranging between the low to mid 60 range. Hold this area as support before really moving off into the next zone. That would be ideally what we want to see, right? This will also, if this is also the scenario, altcoins will probably not bleed that much, and they might even cause a little mini altcoin rally here if Bitcoin goes and starts trading sideways from here on out for the next couple of days, the next week or so. So, Megalee says, I bought some cock on the dip. Let's freaking go. Let's see. Beam bounced back pretty quickly. I'm not surprised with Beam bouncing back pretty quickly. Beam is a really good project. Let me see. I missed out on Beam, man. I had somebody in my community telling me about Beam early on, and I just didn't really, do my research. I just wasn't really about it, and I completely missed out. This thing has done amazing, up 132% in the month, 699% the year. Let's freaking go, man. Up 8% in the 7 days. Look at this recovery. Just bounced, fell down here to about 3 333, and he just bounced right back up. Let's freaking go, man. Already up 3% on the day. AXT. Sorry guys, I'm trying to catch up with the chats. The chat's going by so freaking quick. I think you're on the mark with it being mid 60s. Appreciate that, Miguel. Higher lows leveling out. The meme coin have been rising. Should have been buying months ago. Yes, I completely agree. The meme coin stuff you should have been buying months ago before the big run. Is Ether going to crash? Ethereum is going to follow whatever Bitcoin does. If Bitcoin pumps, Ethereum is going to pump. If Bitcoin dumps, then Ethereum is going to dump. But the level of dumping for Ethereum is not going to be as hard as the other altcoins. Ethereum has in the past held its levels pretty strong, even if Bitcoin and the altcoins have been crashing, has been holding its levels pretty strong. Will our crypto go back up? Yes, our crypto will go back up. Huge buying opportunity. Let's go. I completely agree. Huge buying opportunity for sure. So let's check out AXGT. AXGT. This is SinkisDAO, actually. Let me hit this here real quick. SinkisDAO at 82 mil market cap. We hit an all-time high of about 93 mil market cap. Let's freaking go. This thing almost cracked 100 mil last night, and it probably would have kept going if this, mini retracement in the market wouldn't have happened. But as you can see here on the 1 hour, we do have a nice little uptrend that has been well respected here. Guys, Ronald Reeves, thank you for joining the Blockchain Crusader Army. Welcome to the crusade. So here we go. Right, this SinkisDAO is holding this nice upward trend. Alberto Tino, thank you for joining the Blockchain Crusader Army, baby. Let's freaking go. Welcome to the crusade. Guys, like I said, if you guys want me to hit up your chat, definitely jump over to YouTube. It's a lot easier to read. The TikTok chat is just blowing right past me. I can barely catch up. I can't even keep up. So SinkisDAO holding up pretty well. I have 100% conviction this thing is going to crack 100 mil market cap easy. Look at what they just tweeted earlier today. SinkisDAO was tweeting. Let me see. Where is it? There's also some other news here I'll hit with Bitcoin. But SinkisDAO, where is it? Currently, our earn to risk APY 250% on farm, additional static 25% in Sinkis by depositing. Oh, damn. Nice. Yes, great. But that's not what I wanted to show you. What I wanted to show you was where'd it go, man? Come on. Damn, I'm just going to have to look up Sinkis. Yeah, I'm just going to have to look them up. Hold on. Give me a second here. Man, where is it? I can't find it right now. I don't know where it went. But regardless, it was something about buybacks. They're gonna be using their treasury to obviously buy back some of the SinkisDAO crypto. That's how their treasury works, and that is obviously going to pump the price. I think Sinkis is going to break 100 mil here very soon. Held its price very strong. Like, look at this thing, right? On the daily, this thing only came down approximately 12%, less than 12% on this market dip, right? And it's been holding really strong here on this upward trend. Like I said, I think SinkisDAO is going to crack 100 mil very easy. This thing's going to be a very bullish thing, right? People are talking about it going to $1 billion market cap. I don't know, man, but I'm not going to fade it. I think anything's possible. This bull market is very early, and similar projects in the past have definitely gone way higher than that. So anything's possible, man. Anything's possible. So I'm definitely holding on to my bags here and accumulating whenever I can. But let's jump on over to AXGT, right? AXGT up 36% today. What is happening? I thought we were having a market dip. Guys. What's going on here? Look at this thing, man. Look at this freaking thing. Let's freaking go, man. Let's get a volume profile here. Let's get a volume profile. Where is my profile tool? Nope. Oh yeah, it was right there. Let's get a volume profile right here. Let's get it all the way to yesterday. And man, look at this value area low. Let me get my horizontal array. Bam. Let me get another one. bam. So perfect little range here, right? We wicked below the range a couple of days ago or a couple of hours ago. We wicked below it, came right back up. We're up 33% on Axgt. Even though there was a market dump today for Bitcoin, this thing is coming back up, reclaiming the 300 mil market cap. Point of control is sitting at 0.38 cents. We're sitting at 31 cents right now. That is the next target for this range. The 38-cent target. And then if we break above 42 cents, we're going for new all-time highs, baby. We're going for new all-time highs. And that is literally just that's a 21% to the point of control and a 36% pump for the previous local high here, value area high of 42 cents. That is nothing, since obviously it just pumped 38% in the last 24 hours alone, even though Bitcoin just had a freaking dump. All right, guys, I'm trying to catch up here. Do you prefer Syncus over DGI? No, I don't prefer Syncus over DGI. I would hold both. Okay, let me catch up here with the chat. Thoughts on okay, hold on. Let me catch up here. Jeez, I'm so behind, guys. Sorry, I'm trying to catch up. I promise. AVAX will hit $120 minimum end of year. I completely agree with that. Clay the Great. Blake Oster, thank you for joining the Crusader Army. Let's freaking go. Welcome to the Crusade, baby. AVAX is going to flip gold market cap by the end of this super cycle home slice. Hey, I'm here for it, bro. I'm here for it. Gold market cap. Kenny says that answers it. Thanks. Thoughts on ADA? Yeah, I'm very bullish on ADA. I'm holding a fat bag of ADA. I've been accumulating ADA since the freaking 2017 bull market, or 2018 bear market, I should say. Been buying ADA since it's 2 cents forever. I hold a fat bag. I think ADA is going to easily cross $3 to $5 in this next bull market. What is your favorite site to monitor and watch crypto? It depends, right? So like Crypto Bubbles is nice. Coin Market Cap is good. CoinGecko is good. Dex Screener, right? This over here is good. Trading View, if you're doing a charting stuff, that's also very good. Tony, what's up? Says, can you please look at VeChain? Yes, sir. Let's take a look at VeChain here, real quick. So much to catch on to, guys. Like I said, I appreciate every single one of you guys jumping over to YouTube and watching me over there. I'm trying to get as many watch hours as possible and getting monetized over there to start building my community. But I appreciate every single one of you guys watching on TikTok as well. It's hard for me to catch up with the chat on TikTok because it's just so much. I'm trying to do as much as I can. So big VeChain down 12% today. Oh no, but it's a great buying opportunity. Still holding above 4 cents. Let's look at the chart here for VeChain. Do I have a VeChain chart? If not, I can do one real quick, but I think I do. Yeah, here you go. Okay. So where is this range from? This range is from, let me jump out to the daily here. All right. So, oopsie. So very, very simple here, guys, with VeChain, right? We're the monthly range for February. As you can see, we wicked all the way to the value area high right here of February, which is 5 cents, a little bit over 5 cents, 0.05144, right? We wicked above that. And since then, we came down along with this market correction, blew right through the point of control at 0.045, came down to the value area low at 0.043, wicked below that, now have come back up, still being held by this value area low of 0.43. If that does not hold, the next target is a value area high for December, which is 0.038. If that doesn't hold, point of control, which is 0.035. That doesn't come, then we're going to hit the value area high for January, which is going to erase all the gains from February, and it would be 0.033, which would be a total drop, right? If we do drop to those levels, if we lose this value area low, come to the value area high, that's a 10% drop. If we come to the point of control for December, that's an 18% drop. If we come to the value area high for January, that is a 23% drop. Is it very possible? I think so, right? It all depends on Bitcoin. If Bitcoin continues to correct and we see that 20% pullback for Bitcoin, I definitely can see a 23% pullback for VeChain for sure. Very, very possible. So if that is something you're interested in to dollar cost average, pick up some more VeChain. That is probably your opportunity. If not, it is what it is. Team Moy says, best way to buy Syncus. Yeah, right now, Syncus is, you can either buy it on Uniswap, right? You can buy it on Uniswap, or you can go to MEXC and buy it on MEXC because they just got their listing on MEXC yesterday. They just got listed on MEXC yesterday, so you can go buy it over there. Less gas fees and everything. You don't have to use the gas. You don't have to pay gas fees on centralized exchanges like you do on the DEX of Uniswap. The founders hate MEXC. I don't know who you're referring to. You think it will keep crashing? Right, the market could keep going down. I think a 20% pullback for Bitcoin is possible. Bitcoin could pull back to about 56,000. Hey, blockchain here to check out any Inu. Is that a meme coin? Oh, but the price is higher than actual future, so higher whiff goes. What is better on your investment, DGI or Syncus? It's not about better. They're just two different things, right? DGI is a crypto gaming coin. Syncus is a DeFi flywheel effect crypto with its own treasury DAO. Very different assets, very different cryptos, very different purposes. There's not one better than the other. It's two completely different assets. So let me catch up here with the chat. I appreciate every single one of you guys hitting that follow, hitting that like. Let's jump on over here. You guys can see all the little red. How do you short on Binance? I don't use Binance, but I'm pretty sure Binance has trading, and you can go into like the futures trading side of the platform, and you can do longing and shorting there. Exchanges like MEXC, you can trade futures and make money with the price goes up and down with shorts. Yes, I agree, Joey Page. That's exactly what I do. I try to trade as much as I can when I can. I bought some dip of Bonk, Jasmine, Shiba, and bought Bitcoin at 65K, which was a bad idea. It's hard to be buying at these all-time highs for sure. When you see everyone in TikTok talk crypto equals sell all, not true. Shiba Inu Army, go promote on your own audience. Shiba doesn't need help in promoting. ICP. Let me see. I pulled out last night. Congratulations, man. Pulling out last night. Pull out game strong. ADA to at least $5.75. Yeah, I agree with that. Only temporary. I agree that $5.75 is very possible for ADA. Can you take a look at Dogecoin? Yeah, we can take a look at Dogecoin. Let's take a look at Dogecoin here. All right, so guys, I'm trying to catch up with the chat. Just be patient. There's a lot of people chattering. It's hard to keep up with everybody. So let's look at some monthly levels here. Let's look at some. Man. All right. Here we go. Bear with me. I got to start this chart from 0. So bear with me here. Let's jump up to the 6 months. Nothing. Jump down to the 3 months. Still nothing. Jeez. This thing has been doing nothing forever. Jump down to the monthly. Boom. Jump down to the weekly. Okay, so we got some levels here. As you can see, we got some levels of support and resistance. And look at this, perfect, right? This resistance at 20 cents, we hit it perfectly. We got rejected. Now we're being held under 18 cents. 18 cents is going to be resistance as well. We wicked all the way down to 11 cents, which was good support. We wicked above that. We pumped right back up. We are really overbought for Dogecoin. So can Dogecoin continue to dump? Absolutely. Don't be surprised if that happens for Dogecoin, because look at this thing. All these orange squares, this ribbon all the way up here on Chart Prime, that is completely overbought territory. Market Cipher, red dot a couple of days ago. VWAP heading down, momentum wave kind of flat, potentially heading down as well. So we'll see how that reacts. But if we lose 12 cents, 12 cents is the next big level of support. 12 and 11. If we lose that, we're definitely going to be probably heading lower into the 7 cent area. We need to get above 20 cents to really keep on going. And then if we do get above 20 cents, 27 cents is the next big target of resistance. So if we get above the 20 cent area, that is a 35% move to 27 cents once we get above 20 and can hold 20, right? So from there, from current price right now, we're sitting at 18. We could head lower, but if we recover back above 52% to go all the way up to 27 cents, we 20 cents. If you see Dogecoin above 20 cents, holding above 20 cents, the next big target is 27, which is huge, 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 huge. But right now we're overbought. So I expect Dogecoin to potentially, if it does hold some strong support here, it could range between 18 and 12. 18 and 12 could range between here before having its ultimate breakout. So that's what I see for Dogecoin. Did you pull your cock out last night? Clay the Great, no, I did not pull my clock out. I like to hold it. I like to hold my cocky. I like to pet it sometimes. I'm a long-term investor in coquino. I'm not gonna just dump it out just because it's going a little limp in the meantime. You know what I mean? What's causing the crash? And is Mr. Kushida, can you please tell me what do you think about Jasmine, your chart? Yeah, I'll try to hit Jasmine. Why is the market crashing? Like I said it earlier in the show. Very simple here. We jump back over to the Bitcoin chart, right? Oops. I hate when I leave the brush on and it just keeps drawing. Bitcoin was just overextended, man. Bitcoin was just overextended, right? Ignore all these red lines. These are all local resistances, give or take, but just extremely, extremely overextended. Lots of overbought, right? Reversal signal here on chart prime. This thing has been doing nothing but ripping. We had a $20,000 candle last month, right? Where they just closed. We're 5 days into March, and 5 days after a $20,000 candle, we still pump another freaking, a crazy amount of money. Right, when February closed, where did February close? February closed right here, right, 29, right, and from there, from the close, we pumped another 12%, 13% after a $20,000 candle for Bitcoin in the month of February. Just market is overextended. Bitcoin needs to come back and retrace to some of these lower levels. When you see these blue zones, right, they're called ranges. Bitcoin broke out of this range, entered this new range over here, and we just were in here for a couple of days and kept going. We never came back and retested this breakout, right? When you have massive breakouts, that the price has to come back, retest the resistance, flipping into support. If it doesn't do that, at some point it will, right? It's not a guarantee, but at some point you will have a retracement. Things can't go up forever. Bitcoin can't just keep pumping. There needs to be a foundation level because so many people are making so much profit. People will sell. People will take profits. The price will come back, and Bitcoin needs to find its equilibrium of a fair value once again, and that's how it's going to work, by finding its fair value. Is it 55,000, 56,000? Oh no, that's too cheap. We got to bring it back up. Then it'll figure that out, right? That's what the market does. But if we just pump forever, at some point people are like, hey, this thing is overvalued, way too high, way too quick, time to take profits, time to sell, and Bitcoin will come down. And that's what exactly it did. It broke down into this range again. So right now, Bitcoin is looking pretty strong. Let me turn off some of these red lines so that you guys can see this better. So I'm going to turn those lines off because this is the value area. This is the total high or whatever. But long story short, we went up there, we wicked above it, and then we came back down into this range, right? We came into this range, we wicked down to the point of control, we wicked below the point of control. The point of control held as support. We bounced back up, and currently right now on the daily, we are sitting above the value area high, which is very, very good. That means that 63,000 is holding as support. If we jump down to the 4 hour, you have a better picture of what happened. We hit the all-time high. We came down to the point of control. We broke below the point of control and instantly got bought back up, held the point of control, having a mini bounce off the point of control right now, and we're sitting right at the value area high of this range, being held as resistance on the 4 hour, being held as support, right? You can say as support on the daily. So far, very good. If Bitcoin stays here, right? If Bitcoin stays here and just ranges, oh, let me get that brush, right? And just ranges here between 63,000 and 68. Let's freaking go, bro. Let's freaking go. That's what we want. That's the ideal situation for Bitcoin. It ranges between 63,000 and 68 holding, and then it can keep pumping, right? Because it builds a foundation of support, of buying, of people dollar cost averaging at this position, right? On the daily, on the 4 hour right now, look, we were overbought, overextended. The ribbon dumped going into neutral level. VWAP over here negative, headed down, right? Money flow still green, but heading down. Momentum wave heading down. It's cooling off, right? Bitcoin is cooling off, and now it's having a little bit of a bounce here. This is ideal. I still think it's very possible that Bitcoin gets rejected here and comes down to 56, 55. That is my ideal low level, right, of ultimate retracement. It's a 20% pullback for Bitcoin. And if it does that, the altcoins are going to bleed 30, 40%, which is a huge opportunity to dollar cost average some of these altcoins. But if it doesn't and it dollar cost and it trades sideways here, if it trades sideways, the altcoins could have a rally. The altcoins could definitely have a rally, right? That's what happens when Bitcoin goes sideways. Altcoins and memes have a rally. Team Moist says, "Will the dip be longer run than the pump?" No, no, no. There's way too much buying pressure. Unless we see huge outflows coming from Grayscale, there's definitely not going to be a huge long-term consolidation. Like, look, guys, look back here, right? Look at all these candles. These are all 4 hour candles. This is a week's worth of 4 hour candles. This is one of the longest consolidations for Bitcoin during the entire month of February when it was pumping. We jump out to the daily here, right? You can see that every single day, Bitcoin was just pumping. Let me zoom in here to these candles. Just always going up. And then we hit here between February 14th and February 26th. We literally were just ranging sideways, right? We did the same thing here for the last 4 or 5 days, and then we had a big breakout. So, that's nothing new. I think we're going to see these small consolidations. We're in the bull market, guys. Things are going to move fast. They've been moving astronomically faster than ever expected, right? Nobody thought Bitcoin would be hitting an all-time high before the halving. Excuse me, guys. I need to drink some water. I've been talking fast, really fast here, and we've only been live for 38 minutes. Let's freaking go. Yesterday we were live for like 3 hours. Let's see if the wife allows me to go 3 hours today. Check out Brett on base. Brett's another one, man. I'm willing to buy some Brett if we have a decent pullback on it. Let me pull it up here real quick. Brett. Oh no, this is the wrong one. Brett is still up 74%, man. This thing doesn't come down. I can't buy this thing if it doesn't dip. It's sitting at 143 mil market cap. I need this thing to pull back, man. Need this thing to pull back at least 40% or something. Jeez. This thing's just been pumping, dude. Yeah, I'm going to wait for a dip. If you guys got in before this big pump here at 0.0046, freaking great buys. If you got in down here, right? It's been pumping hard since then, but I need a dip. I need a dip to be able to buy into Brett. Jasmine, please, bought 2K average buy-in at 0.01. What did your charts do? Okay, let's go look at Jasmine here real quick. I don't know if I have a chart for Jasmine. Do I have a chart for Jasmine? Looks like I don't. Okay. Jasmine. Let's go to Binance. Oh, I do have a chart. Okay, cool. Cool. So as you can see on this dip, we wicked above to 0.027, right, with this pump with Bitcoin, and then this thing broke down, wicked all the way almost to the value area high of this previous range of 0.014. We've pumped right back up, right? It was just a quick wick, So meanwhile, we stay above 0.019. Jasmine here could just range inside this little zone here. Could just range inside this zone between 1019 and 2026. Right. If we break below 1019, then obviously the value area high over here at 1014 is going to be the next target. If that doesn't hold, then it might go as low as 0.009. That is what I'm seeing for Jasmine here on the very short term. Yeah, look at this massive range it was in. So yeah, that's what I'm seeing for Jasmine. It had a nice little cool off, has a little bit of room to run, but yeah, I could see it, just ranging in here. But the critical level is 0.019 to hold that support. If that is lost, it's definitely going to probably be heading a lot lower. Not a lot lower, but 0.04, 0.104 or whatever. I'm new following you. Are you a cock fan? Yeah, cock a doodle doo, bro. You come to the right place. Cock a doodle doo, bok. Let's go. Thank you, bro. I respect your opinion. I appreciate that, man. I appreciate it. Waves coin can go a week, $12. Interesting. Shiba Inu, any future? Yeah, Shiba Inu is a solid project, right? At this point, it's a meme coin, but it's a solid project in the long term with what it's doing in the crypto space. It's not gonna rug pull, right? It's not gonna disappear. It's gonna have pumps throughout the market. It has a huge community. Brett, what's going on, man? I'm not used to hearing my name on here so much. Might have to go buy myself some Brett, and yeah, man, might have to go buy yourself some Brett, bro, because that thing is ripping, bro. That thing is ripping. I wish I would have got it in here earlier. If it has a dip, I would definitely get into this thing. That's what I'm looking for. It's Brett. It's on the base blockchain. Let's see what is let's take a look at Kimbo here. Let's see what Kimbo's doing. Kimbo's down 17% as well, down to the field. Okay, look at this. We had a massive range here for Kimbo. This is the dog coin on AVAX, right? Sitting at 15 mil market cap. This thing's come down to the value area high perfectly, has retested it, and now we're going to be seeing, are we going to hold this here and move back up as the market recovers, or are we going to head back down to this point of control of 0.001265? We will see what it does, but hopefully it can hold this as support and start moving back to the upside here. As well with Cock-a-doodle-doo, hopefully this value area high holds, and we can keep moving back up. But if not, it's dollar cost averaging time. You know what I mean? Okay, how about Pendle moving back up? Okay, let's take a look at Pendle. Let's go take a look at Pendle. All right. Okay, let's see here. Not a lot of price action on Pendle. So let's get some ranges here. All right, let's get the December range. Very tight range. Get the range for January. Let's get the range for February. All right. So this is what's happening with Pendle right now. Pendle came down to this local support right here, as you guys can see. Came down to this local support right here of $2.22 on this big dip, right, from the market dumping. We broke below the value area low for February, but we're back above that right now. So what are we looking at? Well, big Pendle needs to stay above $2.65, which is the value area low for February, and it's also the value area high for January. So this should be very strong support, and it's showing that here right now, right? And we just need to get back above $3.14. That's the value area high for it to continue moving to the upside here. Point of control is $2.88. We're currently sitting on $2.77. It's having a little bit of a retracement, right? The market came down. This thing came down and is correcting. Still sitting within a very tight range. Excuse me, guys. Still sitting in between a very tight range between $3.14 and $2.66. Very tight range here for February. We will see what happens. But overall, looking pretty good, looking pretty solid. Unless the market continues to retrace, I don't expect this thing to keep dumping. But if it does, then obviously, the altcoins are going to follow what Bitcoin does. If Bitcoin continues to dump, we'll definitely see the altcoins continue to bleed here. Guys, I appreciate everybody hitting that follow button, hitting that like. If you guys want to support me over here on YouTube, I would greatly appreciate every single one of you guys watching me over here on YouTube. I can actually catch up with the chat there and answer all your questions. So if you have a dire question and I haven't been able to answer it just yet on TikTok, please jump over here to YouTube, Blockchain Crusader, and jump into my live. I could definitely catch it there a lot easier. I'm not ignoring anybody. I'm just, the chat is just flying. What happens when the big reset happens? So I think, all right, so that's a good question, right? The big reset. The big reset is something that's been happening for a long time, right? Since the inception of Bitcoin and Bitcoin's mass adoption really taking off in 2016, 2017. And, after Bitcoin hit a $1 trillion market cap in the last bull run, I think at that point, Bitcoin set itself in stone as an asset that is not going to go away. It's not just a bubble. Nothing that's worth $1 trillion just goes away. And Michael Saylor says it best, right? Any company out there that's worth $1 trillion or more can't keep up with Bitcoin's price appreciation because companies are limited on how much they can actually do and how much they can actually be worth, versus Bitcoin has no limitation. Bitcoin is quantified energy, right? And the whole world runs on energy, no matter what type of energy you're talking about, whether it's oil, whether it's nuclear, whether, any type of electricity, solar, wind, whatever. It doesn't matter. The world runs on energy. That being said, Bitcoin being quantified energy, being a sovereign currency, it is the world's hardest asset of money ever created. If you ever read the Bitcoin Standard, if you haven't read the Bitcoin Standard, I highly recommend you go read it. It's literally not about Bitcoin. It's literally about what is money, how has money been used in entire history of mankind, and how it's always been manipulated and destroyed by man, right? Because somebody has found a way to manipulate it and inflate it. That is what's happening with the US dollar. And Bitcoin solves that problem. You cannot create more Bitcoin. You cannot manipulate Bitcoin. You cannot control Bitcoin. So the Great Reset, right? We're right now in a transfer of wealth. It's been happening for a couple of years now, right? So I would consider it definitely taking place since 2017 and beyond. That's when it's been most known to the public, right? It's the great transfer of wealth. It's the hardest asset ever created, the hardest version of money ever created. The US dollar is going down, is being inflated. It's losing value, it's losing control over the rest of the world. And there's being a divide happening. And at the end of the day, hard money drives out weak money. And we're seeing that happen. They can both coexist, right? I can hold Bitcoin and still hold US dollars and use my US dollars for whatever every single day thing I want to buy or use, because why would I spend my Bitcoin when I can spend this other fiat here that doesn't really mean anything to me? This means something, right? Bitcoin means something to me. So I'm going to hold on to that. That's why it's hard money. This fiat money that's easy coming monopoly money, I'll spend that. So I do think we are in a great transfer of wealth. People that have been adopting crypto, especially Bitcoin, since the early days, have experienced this the most. And now we have institutions here trying to catch up and understand that they now understand that Bitcoin is hard money, and they need a different solution than whatever it is that they were doing before. Clay the Great says, I had a shroom trip, and what I learned was that everything in the world is energy. Yes, Clay the Great, I completely agree with you. Everything in the world is energy. Thank you for joining the Crusader Army. What's your name? Zeem answered. Thank you for joining the Crusader Army. Let's freaking go. Welcome to the Crusade, baby. Us crypto geeks are still in early. I would debate that, Tommy. We're in early, but you will be late at this point, right? Bitcoin, after this bull run, everyone will be late to Bitcoin. Everyone will be right. There'll still be some altcoins that people will be early on to or whatever, right? New altcoins always being created, new companies or whatever. But the days of being early to crypto will be over. This is the last bull run that you can say you're still early to crypto, and you're at the tail end of that for sure. Not the tail end of the bull market, but just at the tail end of saying, "Hey, we're still early," because Bitcoin's going to go into over $1 trillion market cap, and it's just freaking skyrocketing. Um, and I don't think it's ever going to really come back. What about Comp? I'm very bullish on Comp. Right, the Comp is a borrowing and lending platform on what you call it, on freaking Ethereum, right? Just like how Aave is, but I'm gonna put you guys on some alpha. I let this know in my community a few days ago. And so if you haven't joined my private Telegram, join my private Telegram. I let them know a few days ago what was happening, but here it is. Let me just look them up. Nope, that's not it. Ordi Bank. Ordi Bank is a new crypto, a layer 1 money market protocol for BRC20 and atomical token standards, basically facilitating seamlessly borrowing and lending. So exactly what you're talking about, Comp or Aave, right? But on Bitcoin. They had a public sale. I was not part of their pre-sale. I joined into the public sale just like everyone else. I let my private community know that this was going on a few days ago. The public sale has closed since then, and this thing is going to lend their BTC and BRC20 tokens for yield and borrow at an interest, be able to use DeFi, right? The DeFi play. It's a small market cap. I think it's like a 10 million market cap or something like that. It's for Bitcoin ecosystem. I made a video today talking about how, most of the people are priced out of Bitcoin, but the real money, the 10, 15x's, 20x's, right? Whatever is inside the Bitcoin ecosystem as we get the new Aave, the new Comp, the new Uniswap, right? All these things are going to be founded in Bitcoin's ecosystem. They're going to need a version of that, right? Just how AVAX has Benki, which is basically the Aave on AVAX, right? They have Trader Joe, which is the Uniswap on AVAX. Bitcoin is also trying to discover these versions of for itself. I think Ordi Bank could be that. Aave or Comp for Bitcoin. I think Ordi Swap could be the Uniswap for Bitcoin. So I got into this public sale early, put in a few $100, and I think it's gonna do pretty well. Not financial advice, not telling you what to do. I just think that's something to take a look at. You need to look at ecosystem tokens especially for Bitcoin, right? Because as Bitcoin explodes, becomes more institutional, and continues to increase in value, that money trickles down into its ecosystem, and its ecosystem becomes more and more valuable. Okay, let me catch up here with the chat. Please, is it still available to buy in this current crypto market? What is available to buy? I'm sorry, I didn't understand what you're asking. Since everything is going down, should I cash out my initial investment or just leave it? Petra, I don't know what it is that you're referring to. And my exit strategy for anything, I've said it multiple times, is simple. If I buy into something and that thing doubles, triples, or quadruples, however fast up the movement was, I pull out my initial investment. By doing that, I create a moon bag. Therefore, now everything that's in there is only profit. I have guaranteed myself 0% chance of losing my initial investment money, however much it was, whether it's $100, $1,000, or $10,000. I pulled out my initial. I still have that crypto sitting there. It's all profit. If I want to pull some profit, I pull some profit, right? And as it continues to pump, I sell 20, 15% of it of profit and scale out the profit, right? Dollar cost average my profit out as we move up. That way, I secure my initial, I don't lose any money, and then from there, I just pull out profit. So I've used Syncus staking. Yes, I've staked Syncus. Pretty smooth transaction. Nothing crazy. Very straightforward. Bro, why market crash today? Yeah, man, very simple. I'll show it here again. I know a lot of people are jumping in here just jumping in here right now, and they want to know, right? It's very simple. Bitcoin was overextended, right? It hit all-time high, got rejected at 69,300, came down, and it's cooling off, right? It's overbought, it's overextended. So that's what's happening right now. Bitcoin's having a little bit of a bounce here from this point of control. We came all the way down the 4 hour, bounced off this point of control, and are breaking back above the value area high, which is showing some strength here for Bitcoin, which is very, 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 very good. I mean, I'm honestly still expecting 55, 56,000, but we could see some more sideways chop and maybe a slower consolidation lower to 55. Maybe we don't see 55, 56,000, but Bitcoin is showing some strength here, at least right now, on the 4 hour candle for sure. To buy DGI or Syncus DAO, do you need to trade with ETH? The cost seems crazy. Let me check. So Syncus is available, has always been available on Uniswap, but now they got listed on MEXC. So if you make an account with MEXC, which is a centralized exchange, you don't have to pay fees because you don't pay fees on centralized exchanges. DGI, let me look this one up. DGI is sitting at 51 mil market cap. Has this thing even pulled back at all? 93% in the week. Freaking 600% in the month, man. Hopefully this thing pulls back so I can buy some. So okay, look, this is also available on MEXC. So MEXC also available. You don't have to. If you buy on Uniswap, you're gonna have to pay fees. If you buy it on MEXC, you don't have to. If I search up Syncus, here in the markets as well. See, MEXC available on MEXC. You don't have to pay fees if you buy it there. You just have to set up an account. You don't, and you don't have to KYC either. Prediction for Shiba. If you want my prediction for Shiba, go check out my video. I posted it literally yesterday. Shiba 150% pump, critical levels. Go check out this video. I posted it just yesterday on my YouTube. Go check it out. If you want ICP price predictions, go check out ICP here. Obviously, these price predictions are short term. These thumbnails that say actual price prediction on it are way long term. Entire bull market price predictions. These critical levels, anything with a thumbnail that says critical levels on it, is short term price action. That's why it's called critical levels. Just want to clarify that for you guys. Thanks, bro. You can just buy with a card on MEXC. ApeCoin. Coinbase wallet has Syncus too. I don't use Coinbase wallet, so but I'm sure you have to pay fees there. So let's say I put $100 into a coin and profit is $100. Should I just cash out the profit? That's up to you, Petra, right? That's up to you. My exit strategy, it depends on the level of risk that crypto is. Is that a high market cap crypto? Is it a long-term hold, right? It's like, hey, I'm going to hold this crypto for the next 5 years or not 5 years. I don't like thinking like that. For the next bull run or for the next 2 years, or like, I don't sell Bitcoin, right? I don't sell Bitcoin. I'm willing to hold my Bitcoin forever. I'm going to pass my Bitcoin down to my children, right? So I don't care if Bitcoin doubles. I'm not selling and pulling out my initial. But if it's a low market cap crypto, right? It's 10 mil, 20 mil, whatever it is, and it's doubled up like that. And I said, hey man, I'm growing my portfolio. I'm limited on how much cash I have, right? I will pull out my initial. I will pull out my 100, leave $100 there, writing pure profit. Pull out my $100 and then reuse that $100 initial profit, initial investment, and invest it into another crypto and continue to grow my portfolio. That's what I would do. That's what I've done in the past. Thank you for the follow, Grilly. Appreciate it. Who do you suggest I buy USDC and USDT from? What? What do you mean? Who do you buy it from? I don't freaking know. Clay the Great is throwing out some great questions there. Who should I buy USDC and USDT from? I don't know. ApeCoin. Let's take a look at ApeCoin. ApeCoin has had a lot of inflation, man. ApeCoin has had a lot of inflation. That's why it hasn't been able to hold its price. A lot of token unlocks throughout the bear market. Has not been doing too well. Up 6% in the last 7 days, 52% in the last month. Okay, let's freaking go. At least I had a little pump here. Overall in the year, it's still down 56%. So it's not doing too well. Bored Ape in general, even the mutants, they're down to like 3.6 mil market cap. If you check out OpenSea, yeah, Mutant Ape Yacht Club. Look at this thing. floor price is sitting at 3.22 ETH. That is extremely, extremely low. If you look at the analytics here, this thing's been dumping, bro. The volume and the price has been dumping on these things. Sales still is down 7%. Volume is down 16%. It's heading down. I don't really know what's happening in the ecosystem. I don't know why that's happening. I've always wanted to own one of these Bored Apes. Well, these are the Mutant Apes, not the Bored Apes. But I don't know what's causing the Mutant Apes to dump so hard. Let me just check out the Bored Apes right now, see how they're doing. They're sitting at 18 ETH. Oh man, that's really low. Oh man, this one looks so nice. This blue ape with the cigar, that thing looks so nice. Don't know. There's just a bunch of other NFTs, like the Pudgy Penguins that are really taking over. Pudgy Penguins, 16 ETH, man. This thing is almost about to overtake the Bored Ape collection on floor price. That's crazy. They actually launched an entire toy collection. I don't know why it's not loading right now. Crazy that these things are worth so much money. What do you think QuickSwap will gain from the Polygon 2.0 upgrade? I think so, man. I think QuickSwap will do good. I think Quick had a nice little pump as well. When the DEX tokens were pumping, it's one of the ones that I forgot to mention. I never really mentioned QuickSwap. Edgar, thank you for joining the Crusader Army. Let's freaking go. Welcome to the Crusade, baby. QuickSwap here. Down 10% on the day, obviously. 20% on the week. And on the month, 65%. Let's freaking go. Just like when all the other DEX tokens started pumping, this thing started pumping as well. DEX tokens aren't sexy, but they are definitely high utility, and they will pump when the time comes. Yeah, I think Polygon 2.0 is going to do very well. Obviously layer 2 solutions for Ethereum are always going to do well, and their DEXs are going to do well for sure. For sure. Polygon just needs a meme coin wave. That's what Polygon needs. It needs a meme coin wave. Get a lot of people on their DEX buying meme coins, and you're going to see how the quick token is going to pump. Appreciate all the follows. Thoughts on Tezos? I don't have any thoughts on Tezos. All my friends are talking about Doge. I think this is the top. It's definitely possibly a local top, right? But like I said, Bitcoin is holding support. It's showing some strength here, holding 61,300 as support, and we're breaking back above this value area high here. Of 63,000. It's showing some good strength. Bitcoin is showing some very good strength after this dip. This is the bull market, guys. We're going to have dips. We're going to have 20% dips. We're going to have 30% dips, right? At least in the history of Bitcoin, Bitcoin has always dipped 20, 30, 40% in a bull market, and it's been like nothing. Now that institutions are here and they're buying up a ton of crypto, could be different. Let's go look at some information, right? Some information on that exactly. So spot spot Bitcoin ETF broke a record of $10 billion in trading volume today. That's freaking bullish. Let's not worry about this potato. Let's not worry about this guy here either. Bitcoin ETF inflows continue to pour in with $6 billion in the last 17 trading days. Only 2 red days. Look at that. Only 2 red days. Wow. Germany's largest stock exchange, Deutsche Börse, has launched a Bitcoin and crypto trading platform for institutions. Keyword, for institutions. Very, very bullish. BRICS goes big on crypto. Interesting. All right, Grayscale decreased 7,861 Bitcoin, which is about $510 million. 8 ETFs added 14,494 Bitcoin. With BTC 900, it's about 940 mil, of which BlackRock added 6,222, 400 mil. Fidelity added 5,900, roughly 388 mil. So overall today, even though Grayscale sold half of the amount of Bitcoin that the other eight ETFs accumulated. So it was a pretty good increase on their selling pressure. You can see here the chart, see here the information, right, of what was being bought, what was being sold. So 7,000 Bitcoin today, definitely was a lot of selling. But even then, between BlackRock and Fidelity and the other eight, they bought up 14,000. So they bought up double the amount, right? Just in 562 mil Bitcoin ETF inflows yesterday, the fifth largest day, as you can see right here. Fifth largest day in inflows. Very, very bullish for Bitcoin. That's why Bitcoin's showing so much strength. All right, let's see. When is it time to reallocate from Bitcoin to smaller caps? Man, that's up to you, Renaissance. That's really up to you, man. I don't sell my Bitcoin. I definitely don't sell my Bitcoin for altcoins. I do the opposite. I sell my altcoins for more Bitcoin. My goal is to accumulate as much Bitcoin as possible. That's the generational wealth, the long-term thing that I want to hold. So I don't do that. I can't really give you any tips or tricks because I've never done that. I've never sold my Bitcoin for altcoins. Price prediction for Shiba. Like I said, if you want a price prediction for Shiba, short-term critical levels here, video, I posted it just yesterday. Go check it out. I greatly appreciate every single one of you watching. Let's see here. So was it BlackRock's fault we dropped today? No, it's not BlackRock's fault. BlackRock is actually buying a lot of crypto. It's Grayscale. Grayscale is the one that's scaling up their selling. They sold 7,000 Bitcoin and some change. So it's Grayscale, not BlackRock. BlackRock is actually buying. You think Bitcoin will be going down still? Like I said, I think overall Bitcoin is showing very good strength here, but I think overall it retraced down to 55,000 is very possible. It's an overall 20% drop. It's not guaranteed that we do drop there, right? But I think that an overall retracement to this level, since we never had a retracement here, right? We never had a retest. We just broke out of this range, entered this range, and kept blasting off. Now we've come back down, but this is looking like a swing fail pattern here on the 4-hour. So we will see. We will see. This is holding up here. A lot of buying pressure. See this big, massive wick shows a lot of buying pressure. 4-hour is looking very strong. Looking very strong for Bitcoin. Let's jump down to the 1-hour. See what the 1-hour is looking like. 1-hour has a green dot. Money flow rising. VWAP rising. Come on, Chart Prime. Load up. Yeah, oversold. Having a little bit of a move to the upside. Yeah. So the question now becomes, can we hold above 63? If we can't hold above 63 and we dump back down again, right, this point of control is going to get retested. If we lose this point of control, 61,231, 55,000 to 56,000 is the next key level that I'm looking for. What will happen to altcoins when Bitcoin halving happens in April? So when the Bitcoin halving happens, the supply of Bitcoin is going to be cut in half, right? ETFs right now are currently accumulating between 10,000 to 11,000 Bitcoin per day. You just saw how right now the information I just pulled up on Twitter was they're accumulating 14,000 Bitcoin. There's only 900 Bitcoin being produced. Only 900 Bitcoin being produced per day, right? So between the amount of Bitcoin being sold by Grayscale and the amount of Bitcoin being mined and produced, the other 8 ETFs are still accumulating more. That number of 900 Bitcoin being produced per day is going to be cut into 450. It's going to be cut in half, right? So supply and demand says if demand stays the same or rises and supply shrinks, price goes up. That's basic 101 economics, supply and demand. So if the demands that we have right now stays the same, which is already astronomically higher than we've seen in any other bull market so early before the halving, when the halving happens and the supply shrinks by half that is being produced, price goes up. Price goes up. Price for Bitcoin goes up, all coins will follow. When is it time to invest in smaller caps in relation to the Bitcoin market, Bitcoin cycle? Man, the smaller caps, you need to be accumulating smaller caps, right? I will be accumulating smaller caps on every possible dip. Every dip that we see, I will be picking up some more altcoins because you don't know how long this dip is going to last. You don't know if it's going to be short lived. It could be long, right? It could be longer. You're always going to keep capital on the side, your bankroll on the side to be able to dollar cost average. But we're in the bull market. The dips are going to be short, and the pumps are going to be long, and that's just the way it works. That's just the way it works in the bull market. And if you think a month long dip is a long time, you obviously haven't been here in the bear market when it's years, right? We just walked out of a 700 plus day bear market for the last 2 years, right? 2 years and some change. So a month long dip is nothing for people that have survived the bear market. This literally has been my second bear market. Yeah, my second bear market. Now I'm entering my third bull market. And let me tell you, easy peasy, 1, 2, 3 easy. I love the dips. I will eat up every dip I can get, accumulate more if I can. And because when the pump comes, and it will come again, the alts will rip. Have a good night, brother. Break time is over at work. Take it easy, Petra. Have a good night, man. Super bullish. Yep, definitely super bullish. Clay, thank you for the follow. Kevin says, should I buy into Doge now or wait a bit longer? Look, man, I can't tell you what to do, but obviously the market is dipping. We can take a look at Doge here one more time. I looked at it earlier in the live, but I'll look at it one more time for you. Where's Doge at? Here it is. All right. Doge came down here, dipped to about 12 cents, give or take. Oh, this is the 1 hour. No wonder it looked weird. It's having a nice little strong reversal. Doge follows Bitcoin very closely since it is a fork of Bitcoin, right? So if Bitcoin continues to rise, Doge will continue to rise. If Bitcoin continues to dip, Doge will continue to dip. Kevin, thank you for the follow, man. Great. Thank you for joining the Crusader Army. Let's freaking go. Welcome to the Crusade. So, guys, if you want to join my community, definitely hit the link in my bio. Join my private community, my private Telegram. I try to keep you updated. You guys can ask me any questions you want there, and I'll keep you. I'll try to answer all the questions possible. Long story short, here, right? Support is being held at 13 cents. Right, 13 cents is being held as support for Dogecoin right now. Dogecoin has a nice little tight range here between 13 cents and 14 cents. And right now, that's what's being held. If we lose the 13-cent level, right, the next big target is 10 cents. But we will see. We will see. Right, Bitcoin is coming back up, and Dogecoin is coming back up right now at 15 cents. The best time to buy these meme coins. Look at this. Look at all the time is spent down here. Look at all the time is spent down here at 8 cents, even lower than that, right? Even lower than that. It's because the bear market is the best time to buy any meme coin. It's the bear market is the best time. The bull market, you're running a risk. You're always running a risk. Is Dogecoin in the long term going to continue pumping? I believe so, right? Long term is going to continue pumping. Can we have dips a little bit lower? Yeah, for sure. So if you're buying Dogecoin now, you have to definitely have the mentality that you have to be able to dollar cost average your position down if it does dip. I do think it's going to run up at some point. I don't think it's going to hit $1. I'm not bullish on that narrative, but you just never know. Cornbread says, why is Grayscale selling? Thoughts? I'll tell you exactly why Grayscale is selling. Because Grayscale, right, before they became an ETF, they were a trust and they were accumulating Bitcoin throughout the entire bear market and at the end throughout the previous bull run, right? So they were accumulating Bitcoin. Their trust went into a discount, so people were able to actually buy the trust, the Bitcoin trust, right, but at a discounted price. So if Bitcoin was at, let's say, 30,000, they were buying at like 20,000, right? They had like a 20% or 30%, 20 or 30% a discount on their. I think the highest the discount went was like 40%. So people were buying up that trust at a discounted rate. They accumulated over like 500, over like 500,000 Bitcoin throughout the bear market, and then when it was able to convert into the ETF and have to hold that thing spot, people, by the time they were converting over, it was in January, right? The market already had massively recovered. The people that were holding that were in massive profit. So ever since the ETF launched on January 11th, they've been selling. That's why they had a massive dip in January down to 38,000, because they've been selling massive amounts of Bitcoin. And ever they stop selling Bitcoin, right? The Bitcoin's price continues to pump because the other ETFs didn't have any Bitcoin. The other ETFs are playing the catch-up game, just accumulating as much as they can, as fast as they can, and then they're buying. The buying pressure is huge. The demand for Bitcoin is huge. They're outpacing the supply that's being mined. They're outpacing anything else, right? The only real big player selling Bitcoin is the Grayscale ETF, because they were buying such a high amount. I think now they're down to like below 400,000 Bitcoin, right? They're still way higher than everyone else. They're probably gonna come down to about 200,000 Bitcoin, give or take, and before they completely like possibly stop selling out. They were also tied up with, I believe, DG Genesis, or one of these decentral crypto companies or whatever they're called, that went bankrupt throughout the bear market. They were holding a ton of the GBTC trust, right? The Grayscale trust. They had a bunch of Bitcoin held there. They went bankrupt. They recently started to sell to be able to pay off their bankruptcy, right? So they're selling Bitcoin at all practically all-time highs, massive profit to be able to pay off their bankruptcy. That's what's happening. That's why they're selling. Do you look at any crypto as stronger than others? Well, yeah, Bitcoin's the strongest. Bitcoin's the strongest crypto of them all, right? Bitcoin holds the least amount of risk in any investment in crypto, and then you start going down, right? Ethereum, and you start moving down the line. Did you take profits on what? I've taken profits on some altcoins, but I do not sell my Bitcoin. Floki to the moon. Let's hope so. I mean, it's had a nice pump. Do you believe in the Z score as a predictor when the market is overvalued? I don't know what the Z score is. Philip, thank you for the follow. Joseph, thank you for the follow. Logan, thank you for the follow. Guys, I appreciate every single one of you guys hitting that follow button. Tap that screen. Appreciate every single one of you guys tapping that screen right now. What will happen to altcoins when... Okay, I already answered that question. This is a very smart individual. Thank you, Kaiden. Thank you. I appreciate that. Petra, I will never tell you how many Bitcoin I own. Sorry. Kenny says 63.8. Let's freaking go. Let's see. Where's Bitcoin at? Where's Bitcoin at right now, baby? Come on. Pump for me, baby. Pump for me. Let's freaking go. $63,800 for Bitcoin. Let's freaking go. Let's freaking go. Bitcoin is showing a lot of strength here on this little reversal here in the 4 hour. If we can continue having this momentum, now that we're back above the value area high, we need to stay above $63,026. We need to stay above that. Build support here, right? We need to build some support here. Oh, let me turn off my magnet. We need to build support here and range here in this vicinity here. We do not want to break below the value area high. We're retesting this point of control could lead us to dumping back down to the value area low. We don't want to see that. It's possible. I'm hoping for it so I can buy some cheaper altcoins. But if we expect this to continue moving, definitely we need to see. What is your favorite RWA, real world asset crypto? I don't really have one. I've been very picky on which one to look at. Right, there's a lot of cryptos. Oh yeah, you can buy real estate and this and the third and yada yada. Man, there's been a lot of those, and I'm sure a lot of them are going to do very well. But I'm just very skeptical on that kind of stuff. Right, for regulation purposes, for real life utility, and more than just like a hype train. Right, like, oh, I'm buying this crypto because this crypto, holds real estate. Who cares about real estate, man? I care about Bitcoin. I care about digital currency, right? Bitcoin, sovereign currency. That is the true hard asset money, not real estate. Not saying that the RWA is not a strong narrative, and it is, and it's going to do very well. I'm just saying I haven't found a single crypto in that sector that's really convinced me like, hey, this project has really got it down packed. I'm ready to freaking go. I've heard of a few of them, right? I don't want to mention any, but if you have any great picks, definitely drop it in the chat, Real McCoy. Drop it in the chat. I'll definitely take a look at it. Do you know when Pi will launch? And I have no idea when Pi will launch. I don't know anything about Pi. Thoughts on Yearn, please. Look, man, Yearn is one of those very weird crypto that has like a super limited supply. They've got like freaking 10,000 coins or something like that, something ridiculous. I'm indifferent about it. I don't hold it. I don't want to hold it. I don't really understand why its tokenomics are so wonky like that. It just makes it look like it's super high value versus when the supply is extremely low. It's almost like an ERC 404 token, right? It makes no sense to me. Mint Layer, very bullish on Mint Layer. They'll blame, right? Mint Layer is also it's a layer 2 solution for Bitcoin. Bitcoin ecosystem is very, very bullish. Mint Layer, yep. I made a video today talking about Bitcoin ecosystem tokens. I forgot to mention Mint Layer in it, but it's very, very well. Crypto Machinery says ETH is also dumping. Yeah, not surprised that ETH is dumping, right? ETH will follow Bitcoin. Right, but look, very similar chart, right? It broke out of the previous, it tapped into this range of 3,700 value area low, right? With its point of control target being $4,000. Bitcoin dumped and it broke down through this local high, right, of 3,500, came back to this previous range that it was at 3,200, had a massive bounce, and once again, looking very similar to Bitcoin, having a nice, strong 4-hour candle, picking the pace back up, reclaiming this local high of $3,500. Let's freaking go. I'm telling you, a lot of the altcoins are going to follow what Bitcoin does. What should I buy in the Solana network? Look for things that are Solana has got a lot of meme coins, a lot of crap, but look for things that are very bullish. Look for things like the DEX token, right? Jupiter, Radium. Look for things that are the equivalent of things that are successful in Ethereum's ecosystem. Look for DEXs. Look for DeFi plays, things that are borrowing and lending. I think they have one called Jinto, Jinto, or JITO, something like that, which is the equivalent of Aave and Comp on Solana. That's what I look for in the ecosystem. DEXs, borrowing and lending, and obviously a few other cryptos here and there that are doing different things on their ecosystem. Let me see. You think Bitcoin's going to come down during the bear market? We'll see, man. We'll see what the bear market looks like, Del Blaine. Right now we're in the bull market. I'm not worried about the bear market just yet. We haven't even had the halving event yet. Every bear market means the crypto comes down, right? Bitcoin will come down. Now the question is going to become, is Bitcoin still going to have 60 to 80% drops like it's had in the past? Or has the institution accumulation changed the game where maybe we don't see those high drops anymore? Maybe we only see a 50% drop, a 30% drop, 40% drop. I don't know. We will see. We will see. What's your top three? Top three what? That's very dependent on what sector, what market cap we're talking about. To look into largest risk you have confidence in. Okay, yeah, top three with largest risk you have confidence in. Syncus DAO is definitely one of those. Kakinu, right? Meme coin is also one of those. AXGT is another one of those. I'm pretty sure I have another one. Clore AI, right? It's a competitor to Render. Very bullish on that. Low market cap, only like 50 mil market cap. Let's see what else. Bitcoin ecosystems, right? ODS Swap, low market cap. Mint Layer, low market cap. Orange, Alex Lab, all Bitcoin ecosystem tokens. Those. Let me see. What else can I think of here? What else can I think? Low market cap. I think that's all I can think about right now. Oh, VRL. VRL is another very low market cap that I think is going to do very well. VRL. Let me see what else. OXN. OXN, OX, or 0x number. Very low market cap. I think also is going to do very well. Yeah, I think that's all I can think about right now. How can you see ADA coming to $3+ Very simple. The reason why I think ADA can hit $3+ is because they hit $3+ hit like $3.14 in the last bull market with zero smart contracts. Zero smart contracts. It had nothing, right? It was literally just a chain just sitting there doing nothing, right? With a bunch of promise. In the entire bear market, it's built a huge NFT community. It's built smart contracts. It's building up DeFi. It's TVL on DeFi Llama. If we switch over here to DeFi Llama, its TVL has been climbing. I know you guys can't see this on Twitter, but its TVL has been climbing aggressively since 2023, and especially in 2024, has been climbing, which is very good. A lot of money being coming onto the network, right? Cardano is one of the most decentralized cryptos, right? Like 80% of, or 60% or 80% of all crypto is owned by retail. 80% is owned by retail. 60% is staked on the network. And so it's one of the most decentralized cryptos. They have a strong NFT community. They have strong dApps being built on it. They just, they lag behind on a lot of the FOMO stuff, right? They have some meme coins as well, right? They have Snake, and they had a few other ones throughout the bear market, right? They lack hype and marketing is what they lack, but they make up in community very, very strong. So I think with that being said, Cardano could reach $3 to $5, right? It could definitely reach $3 again now that it has all of this built on it and all this TVL being on it, when before it didn't. I don't know anything about Swift Coin. Thoughts on Loop Ring? I don't have any thoughts on Loop Ring. Powell AI, very bullish on Powell AI. Very strong AI token. Thoughts on MXE? MXC? I don't know what MXC is unless you're talking about MEXC, the token, the exchange. Clay the Great. Okay, let me catch up here in the YouTube chat. Sorry, guys. Clay the Great says, look for things you have to use. Yes, absolutely. Tanber says, hey, brother, I'm quite new to this. I have been watching most of your streams. I joined a Discord for $40 a month, but I was wondering what I should do right now. What about shorting? Look, man, if you're trading, if you're new to trading, you have to understand you're going to lose a lot of money. When I first started trading 8 months ago, I lost like $2,000 in a month trading. I was taking high risk. I did a few good trades and I thought I was the best trader out there. I started to get reckless, not follow the rules, over leverage myself, right? Forced trades to happen that weren't meant to happen. So you just need to understand that when you start trading, you're not going to become a profitable trader. Everyone's like, oh, if I just make $100 every single day trading, I don't have to work anymore and I can sustain myself and I can make $100 trading. I see all these people with massive percents. I'm just looking for a 10, 20% gain on my trade. Trading is very difficult. It takes a very long time to become extremely profitable. So be very aware you're gonna have to pay your tuition. You're gonna lose money. So what I recommend is either you start paper trading or you start trading. You take $100, right, or $50, $100, $20, whatever, a small amount of money. You put it onto one of these centralized exchanges that allow you to do futures trading, leverage trading, and you practice with that money. If you can double that money, triple that money, and you take extremely small trades, dollar amount wise, but it doesn't matter. What matters is you're practicing the percent gains. If you're calling out the right trades, if you're looking at the TA correctly, and you practice. I was recommended to do that. I didn't do that, and that's why I lost money. So I highly recommend, if you don't want to lose money when you begin trading, start with a very small amount, and every single dollar, pretend it's your last dollar. Do not just, oh, whatever, it's just $20. Who cares? Because then you're going to be adding $20 every other day. It's going to eventually add up. So trading is very difficult. It takes time. You got to be very patient. You got to be very persistent and disciplined to continue learning how to trade. On top of that, now let's get to the point where, I have some experience. We're in a bull market. I'm not shorting anything. Can you make money shorting? Absolutely. I don't take that level of risk when I trade because I'm not a professional trader, right? I've only been trading for about 8 months. This is a bull market. I will look for support. I will wait for the dips to happen, right? And I will wait for the support. And then when the support happens, I'll take my longs and I'll take my profit on my longs. I will not be looking for shorts. I will not be fighting against the macro trend, which is very bullish for Bitcoin or any of the altcoins. I won't do that. So be very, very careful. If you're in one of those discords trying to learn, do the best you can, but be very, very careful. Clay the Gray says, I think that more assets classified information come into chain. Post quantum resistant chains like Cellframe will do well. Ticker is Cell. Yes, Cellframe. You've talked to me about that a few times. Cellframe looks very, very bullish for sure. Tamper says, what does leverage mean and how do I know what I should short and stuff? So if you don't know anything about leverage or trading, you got to take a course. If you want to take a course on trading, the course that I took, very, 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 very good, breaks everything down. This man right here, Paul Sampson, CVO, you see him on my live streams every once in a while. This guy, I consider him a professional trader. He's got years of experience. He's taught me everything I know. He's got a Discord that can teach you how to trade with an entire course of videos showing you how to do everything. That's the course that I took. That's what I've learned from. So I would recommend his course. Obviously, you have to pay for it. He has the monthly membership, just like the one. I don't know which one you joined, right? But this is the one that I've taken, so this is the only one that I can recommend. And it'll teach you everything about what leverage is. Leverage is basically, it's in the most layman, simple terms. Thank you for the follow, man. Thank you for the follow. What's your name? MTech. Welcome to the Crusader Army. Welcome to the Crusade. Let's freaking go. Leverage is very simple, right? You put in $100, right? And then you put leverage. If you put 2x leverage on that, you are, instead of trading with $100, you're trading with $200. You've doubled up your money, right? The exchange is lending you money to trade, and then it gives you a liquidation point. Like, hey, if you go below this price point, you lose everything. And it's because they can't lose their money, right? They're gonna make sure you lose your money first. So the higher the leverage, the closer that liquidation price is to your entry point, the bigger chance of losing money. Shorting, right, is betting that the price is going to go down. Longing is betting that the price is going to go up. Puddles, ding, ding, ding. That's what I've been doing, man. Working out great. Let's freaking go, Puddles. Let's freaking go. I appreciate every single one of you guys smashing those likes, joining in this live. If you're not watching over on YouTube, please join over here on YouTube. I greatly appreciate every single one of you guys over here and hitting that subscribe over here as well. Getting as many watch hours as possible, trying to get monetized over here. And if you're not in my private community, definitely join my private community over on Telegram. The link is in the bio. The link is in the bio. If you're watching on YouTube, the link is in the description, or I think it's pinned in the chat as well. Hack, thank you for all the gifts. Thank you for all the gifts, man. Really appreciate it. Is the course okay for someone new? Yeah, I took it, right? I took it. I didn't know anything about trading. I knew very basics of anything. I had never had any trading experience. So yeah, it's very, very good. Have you looked at Green Satoshi token? If so, what do you think of it? I've never even heard of that. Don't know anything about it. Yo, bro, how can I buy Pepe and Brett coin? What platform? Coinbase doesn't support those coins. Yeah, so let me look right here on CoinMarketCap. So Brett, you're going to have to buy it on, let me see, Brett on Base. Probably going to have to buy it on Sushi Swap or something. Is this the correct Brett? It's not 1.75 mil. That's not it. All right, let's check out Pepe. Let's see what markets is Pepe on. Pepe is on centralized exchanges like it has Binance, it has OKX, it has Bybit, KuCoin, it has Uniswap. Obviously, you're gonna have to pay some gas fees to buy on Uniswap, trading your Ethereum for it. And then the Brett token. The Brett token looks like It looks like you can buy it on Uniswap. Yeah, you can wrap you can wrap some Sushi Swap, Brett, 142 mil market cap. Yeah, base. Sushi Swap. Go look on Sushi Swap. Go look on Sushi Swap. They don't have any centralized. Nice. How do I know when I should enter? Man, that's all part of the TA learning. That's all part of the TA learning. Once you learn how to chart, right? Once you learn how to draw lines on the chart and identify resistance and support and certain things like that, that's what's going to give you the indication of when to jump into a long or when to jump into a short. Until you can do that, once you learn how to chart, then you can trade. If you can't chart, you can't trade. Bro, why render shows two different price in Coinbase, ERC20s, and different? If we keep so many issues, please explain. I wasn't aware of render showing different prices. That's weird. I know Coinbase has been having issues for sure, and expect them to continue always having issues. They always do in every single bull market surge, right? But yeah, I don't know. I don't know what different prices it's showing. There's always a little bit of fluctuation, but it shouldn't be anything big. Between 690 and 694 on Uniswap, 689 on Binance, 691 on Kraken. It'd be different prices on different exchanges, yeah, but it should be very small. Cock Inu, right? Cock Inu, very bullish. As you can see here, here's the chart for Cock Inu, staying above the value area high for this range, which is very, very bullish. Let's freaking go. Overall, long term, I think Cock Inu is going to go to $1 billion market cap. You know, that's just my my 2 cents. Let's see. This thing dipping, man. I need this thing to dip. Nope. It's been climbing. Great. What program am I using for charting? It's called TradingView. It's free. It's free. You just have to make an account. If you want some like exclusive indicators, a lot of stuff for free. Very, very good. Now, if you want like to use 10, 20 different indicators, which you don't need to if you're starting off in crypto, or you're learning how to chart for the first time, you can use. I used TradingView for a very long time for free. Yeah, I'm using Market Cipher. This is Market Cipher right here, Market Cipher B. I'm using Chart Prime as well. The reason why I use these is because we have connections with the people that make it, right? We know CryptoFace, the creator of Market Cipher. He's on our show all the time over there on Crypto Wars. So we have access to this in Chart Prime. We know the people that have built it as well, and we get access to it as well, and we get to use it. How do you feel about Crypto.com? Crypto.com, I think, is very good for Americans to use. The one thing Crypto.com is great. The one thing I don't like is their whitelisting feature, where it's like when you're going to send crypto off of their exchange, you need to have had entered the address that you were going to send that crypto to in 24-hour notice. So if you're going to send something today, you type in the address and it'll hold your transaction for 24 hours so that they can whitelist that address. And then in the future, you can send it instantaneously unless you use another new exchange, a new address, then it's going to have to go through the whitelisting process again. Guys, I appreciate every single one of you guys watching. Puddle says, yeah, I don't know about Render. That's weird. They actually have 2 listings of Render. Whoa, they have 2 listings of Render. Could be some type of like copy or some type of scam or something. Got to be very careful about that. Guys, I appreciate every single one of you guys watching. I will be signing off here. Smash those likes, hit that subscribe. Stay tuned for all my videos. I post 1 video per day on crypto over on YouTube. I post as many as I can on TikTok. So appreciate every single one of you guys. Hit that subscribe if you haven't subscribed already over here on YouTube. Hit that subscribe on TikTok. Join my private community. Link is in the bio. If you're watching on YouTube, the link is in the chat or in the description to my private community on Telegram. I appreciate every single one of you guys. And until next time, see ya.